Guess I'm live. Yeah. Um, I am making this video again. Here's me. Just got out of the shower, or bath. My no makeup. That's the way it is. So, frankly, I'm making this video because the last one got like 2,500 views, and yet nobody had an answer. Like, I have talked to thousands of people in America, and no one can seemingly help me with the thing around my neck. If you watch the first part, you can see it. I'll show it to you again tonight. But like I said, this is me, no makeup, nothing. I am here to ask, frankly, why nobody wants to talk about what has happened to some of us. And this thing around my neck is not normal. I had one person approach me to say she heard of this, and that was in Mexico. And so, but you don't just, hang on. Can't see it if I have my hair down. It's obviously, they call it a smart bug, a parasite, like a smartphone, a smart meter, etc. And I can't believe I'm doing a live video looking like this, but here is, I'm going to do this again. Okay, there, it puffed up even just before I even touched it. You see? I didn't even get to touch it, and it puffed itself up. And it wraps all the way around, and it comes over here, and it goes down here. Okay, but here's where, there's nobody in the world who can tell me they don't see that swelling up right in front of their eyes. What the heck is it? Okay, I know I've done stupid things in my life. I've eaten wrong things, done things I shouldn't have in the past, but what can wrap around your neck, make marks like this white dot right here? That is a scar. There's, oh my word, look at the indents. They're white everywhere. I know I'm being weird, but you don't understand. I have to live with this every day, and this thing moves, and it bites me, as you can see. There. I mean, this. Sorry, I'm backwards on the camera. Right there. Wraps all the way around. Comes over here. There it is there. There's no one that is watching this that can deny what they're seeing. So, I know I look like crap, like I said, but that isn't the point. The point is, you can see this thing, and I am sick and tired of people, at first I thought it was the worst thing in the world that the doctors were lying to me and showing me scans in my head that weren't me. I thought, and calling me crazy and being ignorant, I thought that was the worst thing in the world. But I have found, hi Lisa, the worst thing in the world is having them see this and say they don't know what to do. Is having them see this and, I've never seen anything like that. Okay, fine. We'll find somebody who has. Like, I'm sorry. I'm just getting so frustrated. This is not some spectacle to come and gaze at the weirdo looking girl. This is real. And what's on this outside is nothing. This flesh is corrupted. It's tainted. It's going to die. This spirit, this spark I've got, this fight, this willpower, that is what's important. And I'm not giving up. I want to let them know that right now. I'm not giving up. Okay? In my past, I tried to die 17 times, and God kept me alive. So, you know what? I'm not going to take my own life, and that's never going to happen. I am at the point, like I said, they can do whatever they want. I'm not going to kill myself. Not going to happen. But this thing around my neck, like I said, I'll do it one more time. All I have to do is do this. See how it swells up right here? And that wraps the whole way around. It's like a freaking eel. And it moves and it bites and it stings. And I have detoxed. I tried this Paracleanse up here and it nearly killed me. It has I could probably get it. It has some of the most powerful herbs I've ever experienced in my life. It would cost me $33, and it comes in packages. There's 120 capsules in all, and it comes in packages of 6 pills that you take all at once, right? So they work together. But because I have this smart bug in me, okay, the Morgellons, whatever, it activated this thing to the point that not only did something get released into my system that made me absolutely paranoid when I hadn't even taken an aspirin, but it came up and clawed around my face, clawed around my neck. This thing tried to strangle me. Oh my God, look how big it got just in the last few minutes. Yeah, I'm talking about you. I don't know what to do. You guys, Tiffany, Lisa, you guys, I mean, talk to me. What in the heck, man? I know about the detoxes. Tiffany, I've been doing the detox baths, okay? I've been doing crystal trip stuff. I've been doing the stuff Lee sent me. I've been doing the tinctures. I've been doing all of the herbs, and I can't do it all at once because it activates this. When you try to kill this thing, it retaliates. I'll put it that way. And I was the perfect target because I didn't know any of this existed. Okay? And I guess maybe that's the point, to see what you do when you don't know about it. And I made mistakes. I made bad mistakes. But God has forgiven me, and He doesn't hold anything against me anymore. So the only one that would accuse you would be the enemy. I'm not going to fall for that shit. And neither should, you know, I know you guys, like, I find all you guys that have the Morgellons, the Lyme disease, and you have bits and pieces of my symptoms. You get what I'm saying? Each of you has maybe 2 or 3 things that I have. But I can't find one stinking person who has everything that has happened to me. All the stuff. Not to mention the weapon. Oh, I shouldn't even talk about it. But that one video about the voice of God weapon. That ain't no joke. Okay, I can trace this all the way back to my birth. And maybe I'm making a mistake by doing this video. I don't really care right now because I can't take this thing. I can't cut it out. I can't seem to pray it out. You detox too much and it retaliates. I mean, what can you do? What can you do? Who's the Men in Black? They told me I was part of something called the Black Awakening. Is that the same thing, Lisa? The Men in Black, I thought that was a movie. I've never heard, I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, but experiment is the right word. Like I said, I was the perfect victim because I didn't know about it. I mean, everything that happened to me, I thought there was something wrong with me. I mean, I always knew I was different because of my healing, the healing ability I had with my hands. I knew I was different because of my strength. I knew I was different because I could see into people's hearts. Like, I don't know how to explain this. People would tell me, stop looking at me. Stop looking at me. You're looking into my soul. And I said, yeah, I am. And they would turn around and walk away. You know, I don't play around when it comes to people anymore. I have trust issues, but God has given me some of my discernment back. So if I look at you, you know, don't try to play me because it's not going to work. Anyway, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Do you know about the Archons, Lisa? It's kind of they're glorified parasites, but it has to do with the reptilian thing and the rope worms, as they call them. It's the same thing. It's they're not worms at all. What, you know, Crystal, I'm so glad to see you. I look like shit, but I was talking about, I was just did your bath, your tears bath stuff, and I was saying I'm detoxing like crazy. I'm trying to, but this thing around my neck here, if you watch the video from the beginning, you can see it, but I'll show again right here. And if I talk about it or do this too much, it'll swell up, but it swells up the whole way around my neck. And I said, if I detox too much too fast, it retaliates. Like, it releases something in my system that makes me absolutely paranoid when I haven't even taken an aspirin. You know what I mean? It's like drugs or something, but it's, you know, it's stored in your body somehow. I don't know why or how to explain it. But anyway, And then yeah, what do they want from me, Lisa? I mean, God, what do they want? They can't take my gift because it's from God. You know, I can touch people and take their pain away. That's the way it is. I can look at you and tell you and look at your heart. And I know that sounds stupid, but it's something I've always been able to do. I've been able to see behind the veil since I was 5 years old at times, like just different things. But I don't care. I mean, all I want is for this to be gone. And I feel like this is you know how Paul talks about a thorn in the flesh. I kind of feel like that's what this is. But at the same time, you know, like Pamela Salvati, and I'm gonna tag her in this so she can. She loves the thing. She says, "Love it to death," literally. I can't feel love for this parasite, for this smart worm. It's a smart worm, smart parasite, like a smart meter, like a smartphone, which means it can be controlled and activated elsewhere. So somebody can put this in you, and then you have all the toxins and the chemicals and everything else in your body and on your body and near your body. It can be activated from 500 miles away. You see what I'm saying? They don't even have to be near you. And I think it's bullshit. And for the last time, I'll say I was the perfect target because I didn't know it existed. And yeah, Lisa. I was five, the earliest I can remember. I saw you say the men in black. I call them shadow people, because they look like if you're standing outside on a sunny day and you look down and see your shadow, right? It looks like that, except it's solid, you know, and upright. You know what I mean? It's a shadow person, but they're solid. So I've seen them ever since I was a kid. And one of them came into my bedroom. I heard them walking up the stairs. Okay. And I turned over to get away from it, and it grabbed my shoulder like that. I mean, as hard as that, it grabbed me, and then I blacked out. I don't remember what happened. And if that's what you're talking about, I call them shadow people. I I have a ball on my foot that's like, oh, Crystal, if you're still here, um, Crystal, if you're still here, I put your Parasite Ease essential oil all over my feet. I hope you're still here. I can't tell. How do you tell who's here? I don't even know how to do this. Well, anyway, I put your Parasite oil all over my feet. And the cloves, I forgot about the clove oil, so it started burning my feet like fire. So I put my socks on, and anyhow, this ball on my foot about this big starts popping out. I took a picture of it. Yes, Crystal, they said that I had 2 heart attacks. Remember when I was 28 and 29? I have them documented at least, so hopefully that helps because I'm waiting to see if I got my SSI. Um, Shadow people are real. Yes. Crystal, you and I are in the same state. It's bullshit that we haven't seen each other yet, just so you know. The Paranormal Society, if you go through any paranormal thing in Pennsylvania, do State College. Remember that TV show Paranormal State? Ryan and them, they were from here. They were from here in State College. And I would trust them. I don't know, but all I'm trying to say, I remember when remember when I gave you a reading about that, and I felt him beside me right here where I'm sitting right now, as a matter of fact. All that time ago, I felt him so strongly that night. It was this, he had a very calming, soothing spirit about him. And, sorry. I know I never got to meet him in person, but I feel like he was my brother or something. I feel like I knew him. And, when he talked to me, he understood, and I understood. That snake thing, Lynn was the only one who ever had it that I can find. And he understood me, and he didn't think I was crazy, and I didn't think he was crazy. I really miss him, Crystal. I just want you to know that. I can't imagine what you're going through. Oh, I kind of can, because when Patty got hit by the car in the exact same way, by the way, she got hit by a drunk driver while on her bicycle. She survived, but they took her away, so it's like she died. I can't. Sorry, I'm not trying. Oh, man. Well, Lisa, the thing is, they try to make you think it's because of shit you did in your past. I realize now the group of people that I was around every day was, they were what you're talking about. Yeah, well, I'm not around anybody anymore, so it doesn't really matter, does it? I'm completely isolated. Completely isolated. Oh, Crystal, well, if you watch the beginning of the thing, of my video here, you'll see it, but, yes, the thing around my neck, it's gonna puff up because it wants to show off. Yeah, and it did. Okay, hang on. I don't know. There it is. You see it? Right there. There it comes. There it comes. Look how big it's getting. Holy crap. See how big it's swelling up right in front of your face. Nobody can deny that. Nobody can deny that. Do you see it? How do I fight that? How do I fight that when it's alive or controlled or whatever it is? But you see how big it's getting? Damn. I am not capable of doing this for much longer by myself. And I realize there's angels around. I get that. But when you and the scars, that white lump, I've had laser beams. Like, I mean, look. I mean, I wake up and I've got bruises and scratches all over me, and all I did was go to sleep. Did you see it, Crystal? The thing I spent a while showing you there. I'm not going to no shaman. I don't trust anybody anymore when it comes to that kind of thing. The bad part is I'm a healer, but I never considered about healing myself because I didn't think I was allowed to. Like, I thought if you were given a gift, it was to share, not to use on yourself. So I truly it never occurred to me that I could lay hands on myself, but I'm not sure how that would work. I'm not even sure that would work. I'm just, I should probably end this video. I'm enjoying you guys' company. But Crystal, if you saw what I was showing you there, you'll see why I'm so frustrated. And why, I mean, I appreciate everything you're doing. You sent me so much stuff, and I'm using it. I just can't. Here, you know what? I'm gonna get that parasite cleanse to show you guys. Hang on one second. Okay. It's this. Crystal, I hope you can see it too, because that right there almost killed me. And it activated this thing to the point that it released something into me. I say drugs because I don't know what else to think. It released something into my system. These dots here, I picked one on my chest, on the or like on the underneath, and something fell. Like, something literally fell down. I know that sounds crazy, but this is what's in it. There's six capsules in each packet like this, and you take them all at once so they work as a combination, okay? And this is what's in it. Pumpkin seed, black walnut hulls, cascara sagrada bark, chamomile flowers, mullein leaf, marshmallow root, slippery elm bark, L-campaign root, mugwort aerial parts, clove flower, garlic bulb, ginger rhizome, spearmint leaf and flower, turmeric root, olive leaf extract, sweet wormwood aerial parts, acetogenins from pawpaw twig extract. I'm telling you, the combination of that can kill somebody if they're not careful. But it showed me things that I mean, this, I can't even. I'd like to find somebody who's willing to try it, who's not as sick as me. It'd be funny to see what happens. No offense. But that activated this thing, and it released chemicals into my system, and it was like a wet blanket on the inside. I mean, this is going to sound crazy, but it was almost like my insides turned to putty. Like some type of clay or cement or something. It was wet cement is what it felt like. And my bones got... I have 6 vertebrae. You're supposed to have 7. Okay? I felt that bone slide where this thing is. It slid around and went down into my chest. Okay? I thought I was nuts too. Until I went to the doctor and got a scan. And guess what? I'm missing a vertebrae all of a sudden. Way too weak. Yeah. I'm not kidding. All those herbs combined, Crystal, it released. I mean, from head to toe, I was like cement on the inside, like putty. I mean, my insides felt like they were liquefying. I wish to God I could explain it in a less crazy way, but that's the only way I know how to explain it. It's a smart bug. And I don't mean intelligence, I mean AI. It's a smart bug, like a smartphone. Which means it has a controller. Who the hell would do this to me? Like, I mean, I know people don't like me, but they never have. Ever since I was born, I've been rejected. And I'm not being self-pitying. I'm just saying I've been pounded down since the moment I was born. When my parents adopted me, their brand new car engine blew up the night they were coming to get me. And then 6 months later, our house burned down. Then I had sepsis in my bloodstream. Then I had croup. Then I had this and that. Like, all my life, these things have been after me, and I didn't know it. I really hated myself. I thought I was so worthless because all this horrible stuff happened, and people were hated me for no reason and treated me like I was garbage. And I didn't realize that, so I internalized that, and I internalized that hatred and that rejection spirit and that orphan spirit, and I took it in me, and I became somebody that nobody would want to be around. Like my best friend would walk on eggshells. Lorraine, she was my mentor. I lived with her and her husband. That's another story, but he's a piece of work. He's a bad man. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, she used to get me food and stuff, and she would tiptoe up to the door I was at and just leave it there and knock and say, I brought you food, and then she'd walk away. Because I became very angry because of the rejection, because I spent 25 years loving everyone and getting shit on in return. And I'm not pitying myself. I'm just explaining. I didn't realize that this was a thing. That this was stuff after me. This was an agent of, a team of crap. I say they're demons. I really do. And Crystal, I think that's exactly what took Lynn out, because he got better. He was getting better. He knew the truth, and he was getting better. That Patty, she knew the truth, and she wasn't as sick as me. They tried to take her out too. And don't you think it's kind of ironic that they got hurt in the same exact way? The same way. I love you so much, Crystal, and I love you too, Lisa. You guys are amazing. I'm gonna end this video now. If anybody wants to talk to me, you know my number. I just 3 times now I've shown this thing in the video. So if anybody wants to see the monster inside me, y'all, you just watch the video. It's way too long as it is. I love you guys very much, and I hope you have a great night. And Crystal, I would really recommend you look into Paranormal State, that show, and see if you can contact them, because they're in Penn State. And they're very good. And they're real. At least they used to be. Merry Christmas. I love you very much. All right. Talk to you later.